What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy Big Will. Another video, life after prison. Let's run it. Alright, people. So I've been asked before, how do they get drugs into prison? So let's just say that I'm not here for all of that, right? There's many ingenious ways, but I won't expose them for the simple fact that there may be a cop that watches this or whatever, and I'm not here for telling, right? That's not my cup of tea. I'm not a rat, I'm not a snitch, like some people. Yeah, it's in Pino. The other Ripper, Minor Mouse. Yeah, that's his boy. It's Minor Mouse's boy. He's a rat. He's on paperwork. So there's other, what do you call it out there? There's rumors that he works for the cops and the feds. I don't know the dude. I don't really care, right? But as far as me, I'm not here for all of that. The obvious way that everybody knows, so speaking on it is not an issue. You know, you tuck it. You know, for men, they put it up their ass. For women, they either put it in their ass or the vagina. Now, there's other ways, but again, I won't be getting into that, right? So, let me tell you about an ingenious thing that you don't do. Okay, first time I ever tried to tuck something, I think I was 18 years old, and I had a request from a friend that was locked up. Hey, you coming in? You know, don't you bring in some clonopins and stuff? I said, all right, no problem. So I take a few clonopins, put them in a bag, and let's just say uncomfortably, I send these things, right? Now, I was new to it. I never did it before, so I didn't lube them. So trying to put them things up my ass wasn't the most pleasant thing. Me being a heterosexual male, and all you know, homosexual people, that, you know, you got your own preference. Me, that's an exit only, you know. So I try this thing, and I go to court, and my case gets continued, right? So I don't go to jail that day. So when I get home, the pills are all crushed, they're all powder, right? So nobody can use them, right? So I'm like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? Fast forward, many years go by. I want to say it was March 2000. No, it had to be after, because I got arrested in March, day after Martin Luther King Day, 2 years in a row. Same day, cops raided me 2 days in a row, took me off the streets. But I want to say it was March, so it might have been around April. Hernandez, expatriate football player, he was on trial, right? Then I was in Dartmouth House of Correction with him. Rest in peace, Aaron. Awesome football player. But you know, he bit the bullet, took the way, you know, the easy way out. You know, they say he did it for his family, whatever. That's his thing. Only he knows what was going through his mind, you know. But whatever. Anyways, So I get arrested in March, and I get bailed out, and I'm on a pretrial probation, right? So, and at that point, selling drugs, I'm in the streets, I'm hanging in the streets, right? So, I continue getting high, selling drugs. My probation officer keeps piss testing me. I come up with a couple of dirties. So it comes time for me to go to court. And I believe it was in April. It might have been April or May. Anyhow, I go to court now, and I think to myself, wow, they're gonna detain me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still acting a fucking fool. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going crazy. And I'm talking with my boys on the inside and letting them know I think I'm coming in. You know what I'm saying? My probation officer's out to get me. Blah blah blah. Whole bunch of shit. So we decide that we're gonna put a little plan together, and I'm gonna bring in a package. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna load up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring some Adderall, some Suboxone strips, some heroin, some Valiums, some Ambien for people. Everybody's got their own thing. You know what I'm saying? A little disclaimer, kids out there: drugs are no good for you. Don't use them. You'll only end up in two places if you mess with drugs, and that's in jail or dead. One of the places you will end up 9 out of 10 times is homeless, but it only leads to jail or death. Take it from me firsthand. I was a drug dealer for many years, and I did my time. I served my time. But so I say we devise a plan with me and my boys. Okay, I'm coming in, so I'm gonna take this package now. We're gonna come in. We're gonna have a nice go around in jail. Everyone's gonna be good, because when you're in jail and someone comes in with drugs, everybody looks for it, unless you're there for drugs and you're contemplating and you self-search and decide that's it because of these drugs and this lifestyle. This is where I am. You decide that's it. You're done, right? So, but other people are there. They've been there a year or 9 months, however long they've been there. Some people are waiting to get sentenced. Some people have been sentenced, for a couple of years. So people are in there and when someone comes in with drugs, it's like, it's like, whoa, it's a holiday. Everybody gets excited, and there's when someone comes in with drugs, the whole block knows, shit, the whole compound knows, so and so in this unit, or so when they get to kites start flying, so and so's got this, blah blah blah, canteen packages start being brung, they start, people start getting all that, money together, and if you don't make canteen, don't go and get any drugs off anybody if you don't have the money. If your people on the outside can't put money on someone's books, so you can't, don't buy any, because you'll end up hurt. You'll be a target, on top of getting a beating and all of that. You'll be vigged. But anyways, so I say, all right, I'm gonna bring everything in, but knowing from my first go around, I say to myself, listen, I'm not tucking nothing until I go before the judge and they detain me. Now when they detain me, I'm gonna go downstairs in the tank in the courthouse. So while I'm sitting there, that's when I'll tuck shit, right? Now, nowadays the jails, when you go through them, at least up here where I'm at, we have an x-ray machine. So when you're tucking something, they see it, right? So Like I said, there's other ways that people are coming up with, and to get things in, but if you tuck it, they see it, right? So anyways, back then x-ray machine was fairly new, right? So you can slip by, because a lot of officers weren't trained with it, right? They didn't know what to look for, or if they saw something on your x-ray, they would think, oh shit, is that shit in their bowel, that we're seeing, and whatever. A lot of cops don't want to, I had a case one year because of my jacket, being known as a drug dealer, being there on many drug charges, that I sat an eyeball watch for 72 hours. Meaning that when I came into the jail, someone made a call to the jail that I was bringing something in. So when I got there, they pulled me from the tank. I was given an orange jumpsuit, and I was put an eyeball watch. Now, orange jumpsuit, where we come from, is eyeball watch. That's suicide, or that's if you're a rat and people are out to get you, but you got to be watched. So orange means eyeball watch, where we're from, right? So I'm in the orange jumpsuit, and people driving by, walking by, to go to court and stuff for 3 days, and so what they do is you have to lay there, be under a light that on 24 hours. It's like an interrogation room, right? Be in this cell, and a cop sits at the door, and you get no rec, no shower, no nothing for 72 hours. And they literally jot down in a book every move you make. Oh, Mr. Duper did this. He turned on his left side. Mr. Duper got up and yawned. Mr. Duper stretched. And they jot down the time and the date, whatever. So but it's literally a book for 3 days of every movement you make. Now, when you go to the bathroom, the toilets don't flush, the sinks don't run. None of that works until the cop comes in and checks. Now, if you go to shit, the cop comes in and they go through it with like chopsticks. They chop your shit all up, and they check it. They check your shit. You can't flush the toilet, like I said. The sink don't run. You can't wash your hands until they've gone through it and you've been searched to make sure that you didn't shit something out and then take it back, right? Shit something out and try tucking it again. Like they want to make sure, like, if you go through your own shit and take a package out, that you're not gonna be able to wash your hands and all this shit, right? They gotta bring you the toilet paper. It's real dehumanizing, as they'd say, right? So, but this is the life you choose when you go to jail, right? So anyways, and I had nothing at that time, you know what I mean? But I sat there for 3 days on eyeball watch. Every shit that I took, they went through it. After 72 hours, they figure that you've had enough time that if you swallow something, you'll have digested it and shit it out. If you have tucked something, it's going to be out by then, right? So I've been through eyeball watch. It's not fun. That's why if you're going to tuck something and they're going to find it on the x-ray, eyeball watch sucks. And they'll give you the option, oh, just give it to us, we'll let you go, just give it, but keep in mind, when you give it to them, you're getting charged with another charge, introducing something into a jail facility. It's a possession charge, it's a whole bunch of charges, and it just gets added on, and more time to your sentence, and it's not worth it, right? If you're one of them guys that have done it in the past and you know how to get right through and stuff, more power to you. Keep bringing the packages into the boys. They love them, but again, kids, don't do drugs. It's not good for you. Now, back to the story that Aaron Hernandez is on trial at the time. And so there's reporters, and there's state police, and there's probation officers and parole officers and court personnel, and to get into court every day, there's a line, you know, and it's taking you 20-25 minutes to get into the courthouse, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, there's hundreds of reporters around and blah blah blah, you know, recording the trial and stuff, right? So me, Mr. Smart Guy, I come in, and like I said, I was using drugs at the time. I was getting high at the time, and so I say to myself, I'm not tucking it like I did last time until I get detained and I'm putting the tank downstairs. Then I'll do it. So I say I'm gonna wear 2 pairs of pants, one with the little inner pocket. I'll put everything in, you know, in the little pockets on the inside. When I get in, you know, if I get into the tank or whatever, you know, I'll deal with it then. If I don't, I have it when I come out. Anyhow, I come up to the metal detector, put all my shit through. I'm walking through. The metal detector goes off. Beep. They pull me aside. You got a belt? No, no belt, no watch. Oh, I got my lugs on. It's steel toe. That's what's making the beep, right? Go through again. Take off my boots, walk through again. Beep. So now I'm standing there, and the cop pulls me aside. He's gonna wand me, right? Go up and down me with the metal detector, a little handling. So again, there's hundreds of people in there's 4 aisles to get into my courthouse, right? 1, 2, 3. There's 4 metal detectors to get in. And there's reporters, lines of people, cops. So as he starts wanding me, he comes up one side, he comes down the other side. As he gets to around my pocket area, it beeps, beep. He wands down and comes beep. So he's telling me, hey, what's over here beeping? I'm feeling my pockets. As I'm doing it, I think to myself, oh shit, it's the aluminum foil from the Suboxone strips. It's setting the metal detector off. So I know I got all kind of shit on me, right? So as I'm trying to like reach and tell a guy, hey, wait, it's my medication, you know, and I'm just trying to just grab the strips out. And as I'm reaching, he grabs my hand and he pulls. And as he pulls, drugs hit the floor. I'm talking, there's heroin, there's pills just rolling over the floor, there's Suboxone strips, it's a mess. Right away, all kind of cops come running, they grab me. I'm standing in the middle of the courtroom, the courthouse, with my pants down to my ankles. I'm standing there in a pair of boxers. I got 2 pants down. I got 2 pairs of pants down to my ankles. I'm in a pair of boxers. There's drugs all over the floor, and I'm being handcuffed. And there's people, hundreds of people just watching, right? And they're, oh my God. And I'm sitting there like, I'm saying to myself, okay, Mr. Smart Guy, now you're going and did it, right? They bring me downstairs. They strip search me. They check all my clothes. So I'm sitting downstairs and I'm saying, I'm done. So as they give me a slip of all the drugs they found, like I know what I packed to come in, they're still coming up with 10 bags of heroin short, right? And I'm saying, what the hell? Well, I mean, you're gonna charge me with all my shit, not some of it, right? But so I'm standing there feeling, and I had cargo pants on at the time. I feel in the side pocket, there's some drugs there, right? So I'm in a holding tank, and I say to a friend of mine, hey, fuck this, I'm going. Now I know I'm coming in, right? The packages got. I go down, so I say to somebody, hey, stand in front of that camera. I dump all my shit out. I snort it real quick. I flush the bags down, everyone's just looking at me in the jail, the holding tank, and at this point I'm like, listen, there's nobody even fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? Because it'll be a bad day, you know what I mean? Long story short, I'm sitting in the tank, they call me upstairs. I tell you, I'm on pre-trial probation, right? I was already bailed out. I get upstairs, the prosecutor says, Your Honor, we like to revoke Mr. Dupress's bail. We want to detain him. He walked into your courtroom with all these drugs, and they give a list of paper to the judge. And it's a woman judge, right? And I stand up, and she's like, Mr. Dupress, did you bring all these drugs into my courtroom? And I said, Your Honor, no, I didn't bring them into your courtroom, although I did bring them into the courthouse. I said, Your Honor, listen, I'm a drug addict. I don't go nowhere without my drugs. I can't, I have different kind of drugs there. One's for anxiety, one's because I'm an addict. The other one is because, if I decide to do too much and, I feel like I'm gonna pass out. One is to, boost my, they're all drug, amphetamines is to make me hyper. It's just, it all calms my system. And she looks at me, she's like, I admire your honesty and da-da-da. And she's like, Mr. Dupress, I'm not going to detain you today. Right away, I perk up, and everyone in the courthouse is like, what? And I'm saying like, what the fuck? I'm not going to detain you. I'm going to give you 7 days to get into a program. And I had told her, since I was on, like I said, I was out on pre-trial probation, and, my probation officer, had already given me stipulations to stop getting high and stuff. And so I told the judge, listen, I'm already on the waiting list for the methadone clinic. I should be on today or tomorrow. I have to call daily, but I'm already signed up for a program, Your Honor. And she's like, okay, I see, I admire your honesty, and you need to get yourself help. And I said, I appreciate it, Your Honor, and thank you. And she said, you're free to go. And I'm like, wow, they're not gonna revoke my bail or nothing. They just let me go. Checking with probation before you leave. I go downstairs to my probation officer, and she's like, I don't know how you did it. This is the second time you've gotten out of a situation like this. There's another. This video is already kind of long. I'll tell you about another story where I've gotten out of it. By bullshitting my way out of it, I should say. But she's like, I don't know how you gotten out of it. But these are stipulations, you got to be on a clinic in a week, 7 days. If not, when you come back to court, we're going to hold you, blah, blah, blah. And now what everybody didn't know is that I was already on the clinic, right? I was already on the methadone clinic. They just didn't know I was accepted yet, you know what I'm saying? I was just bullshitting my way out of it, you know what I'm saying? And his stipulation, and they let me go, so I was like, wow, this is crazy, but yeah, it's a little short story to tell you about drugs. Are no good for you. They will mess up your life, they will ruin your life. And people say, I lost a lot of shit because of drugs. They didn't lose nothing. We don't lose anything, we give it away. We voluntarily give it away for drugs. Although once you start once you start on drugs, you're not in your right mind. You don't think right. You don't think straight. You do things that you wouldn't do had you not been under the influence of drugs. Same thing as alcohol. You know, they're not good for you. They will mess up your life. They mess up your brain. Take it from me. Stay away from drugs. Get your life together. If you're on drugs, reach out for help. There's help out there. Never think you're stuck. Especially nowadays, there's programs all over the place for these epidemics that are running wild. You know, don't be another victim to drugs and OD and die. Yeah, just a short story to tell you about how they get drugs in to prison. Again, I won't be giving all the secrets out, but that main one, tucking, is the one that everybody starts with. You know, everybody knows about that one. So, again, it's your boy Big Will. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell for the notifications when I make videos. You know, if you enjoy the content, you'll see it. I appreciate everybody that's been here. Anybody that's new, thank you for joining. And hope to see you on the next one. Life after prison. Peace.